What exactly is the hardest Five Nights at Freddy's game? This is something that I've always wondered, but I think I've figured it out here. And I'm sure you all probably know already, but I'm going to break it down and show why it's the hardest and all that good stuff. But anyway, I'm only going to be touching up on the first 4 games, FNAF 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm not going to do Sister Location or the other one, because I don't like those two. Okay, that's a lie. I do like them, but I'm just not going to do those two. But we're only going to be sticking around with the 4 games as of right now, so let's get started. We're going to be doing this from easiest to hardest. So without further ado, let's begin. Now, keep in mind, though, that this is just my opinion, so just thought I'd let you know on that. But just remember, this is all completely my opinion. But anyway, if I had to pick the easiest FNAF game, in my opinion, I would have to say Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is the easiest of all. It's not dark in there, so when an animatronic pops up, you can just see him instantly without having to shine a light. Use more of your power, all that good stuff. Oh, and another reason why I also picked FNAF 3 as the easiest game ever, you have unlimited power. Take a look at the screen of the room that you're in. Do you see a power anywhere? No, that's right, your power is unlimited. You have no power to worry about at all whatsoever. Yeah, FNAF 3 really is the easiest game out of all of them. It's still really good, but it is very easy as well. So anyway, as you can also see, this is a list of all the animatronics in the game. Well, not a list, but a picture of all of them. As you can see here, every single animatronic is a phantom except for one, and that is Springtrap. And you want to know something? None of those animatronics kill you. Okay, only one of them does, and that's Springtrap. But the other animatronics don't even kill you. Why? Well, duh, because they're phantoms. But when they do kill you, you have to there's these 3 systems here that you have to reboot once in a while. The one that you have to reboot the most is the ventilation. Because when you get jump scared by a phantom, you'll have to reboot, it'll mess up your ventilation, and you will have to reboot that. So the only animatronic that you can pretty much die by is Springtrap. Yeah, that's right, none of the other animatronics can kill you, because they're all phantoms. So really, that's pretty much why I think FNAF 3 is the easiest game. You don't have to do much. You have unlimited power in the room this time, and none of the animatronics can kill you except for one. The second easiest FNAF game. The one that lies right behind FNAF 3. The classic and greatest Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Now, why exactly do I pick Five Nights at Freddy's 1 as the second easiest game? Well, there's not very many animatronics that you have to deal with. There's only 5 of them, the 5th one being Golden Freddy, but you almost never get jump scared by him. It's super rare to even just see him. So, and there's not much that they can do. The only part that you have to be fast on is when Foxy runs down the hallway and you're going to have to close the door on time. Then you'll hear him banging on your door pretty much. You also have lights right here, as you can see. And sometimes you'll notice the animatronics chilling right over there. Gotta close the door before they get in there. And if they do get in there, you won't know until you look up your camera and then bring your camera back down and they'll jump scare you. And while you're on the camera, how to know if they're in there is a little hint. You'll hear a sound of Chica or Bonnie making this breathing noise. And for the first few nights, Foxy always ends up staying in his little pirate cove thing. So really, you only have 3 animatronics to deal with on the first few nights. But Foxy, I don't think he comes out till night 3, and then he'll just stay there. Now, sometimes Foxy makes an occasional appearance in night 2. But however, though, that is rare to see. More than likely, though, if you're playing a game, you'll see him in night 3 instead. And now let's take a look at the second hardest game in FNAF. This isn't exactly the second hardest, but it is for sure the scariest. I mean, geez, look at that freaking face. And look at those claws. Where the heck did he get the claws from? I don't even know anymore. But anyway, I think FNAF 4 is the second hardest game. You do have more animatronics as well to deal with. Oh, hang on a second, guys. Hello? Hello, yes, remember me? Yeah, I'm the phone guy. So anyway, the phone guy gives you, like, some tips and stuff on the first 3 games. But however, though, on FNAF 4, you are completely on your own, no phone guy at all, whatsoever. At least you have a phone guy on all the other games. But on FNAF 4, yeah, you're all by yourself, man. But anyway, that's one of the reasons why that I think FNAF 4 is also one of the hardest games to deal with. Because you absolutely have no tips at all from me whatsoever. So you're just starting there. Anyway, you're inside your room this time in your house. And you have 2 doors, one to the right and one to the left. That's how these nightmare animatronics can get in. And there's also a breathing sound, but it is pretty hard to hear, so good luck with that. You're going to have to listen very, very closely. It is best to play FNAF 4 with headphones on, so that way you can hear the breathing much better. When you open the door and you hear the breathing, close it in time so you can stay safe. But if there is breathing going on, you don't hear it, and you leave the door open, you will get jump scared. There are also some other animatronics to deal with, like later on in the nights, Nightmare, this one guy, and Fredbear, or Golden Freddy, comes out as well. And there's also a little mini Nightmare cupcake. You know, the one cupcake in Chica's hand. And behind you in the bed, there are also these little FNAF teddy bears that can get turned into little Nightmare Freddys right there. Gotta get rid of all of them, or else Freddy will jump scare you. And in a closet, there's also a Foxy right there. You gotta check that occasionally as well. And one more thing, FNAF has the most nights of all the games as well, which is another reason why it is also the hardest, because there is a night 6 and a night 7, and there is a secret way to access a night 8, and night 8 is very hard as well. So anyway, FNAF 4 is definitely one of the hardest games ever because of the lack of sound. So if you don't hear that sound, that one breathing sound, you will for sure get jump scared. And this game also has the most nights out of everyone. All the other FNAF games actually have 7 nights, when FNAF 4 really has 8 nights. So that's all that this phone guy right here has got to say. So, thank you all for watching, and make sure to subscribe to Gamer Productions and help him out. And now, let's go over the hardest game. This is Phone Guy now signing on. Good night. Alright guys, I'm back. That was an unexpected visit from the Phone Guy. And definitely awesome that he told all of you guys to subscribe to me. Do it, please. Just all you gotta do is just hit one red button and that's it. It's not a bad red button, it's a good red button. You don't have to press it like or turn on notifications for my videos or anything, but please just hit the little red button. That's all you gotta do. Alright? Alright? You good? Ah, I knew you would. Alright, sweet. But anyway, it's now the hardest game. Out of all 4 of the FNAF games, this one has got to be by far the hardest. I mean, there's a freaking load of animatronics that you have to deal with. My golly! Alright, so here are all of your animatronics right here. Now, not all of these animatronics can jump scare. The only ones that cannot jump scare are the Shadow Bonnie, the Shadow Freddy, the Endoskeleton, Balloon Boy, and Balloon Girl, which Balloon Girl is like literally super, super rare to see as well. Alright, so here's what your room looks like. Oh yeah, that's just wonderful. Yeah, you see there are no freaking doors, the doors have been removed. Yeah, there's 3 paths that the animatronics can get in this time. Oh, how wonderful. Yeah, no places to block them. And if an animatronic comes out and sees you, luckily you have a mask to wear, to where you'll be disguised as an animatronic. You just have to slide the mask on real quick as they go by. However, though, they can still jump scare you even if you're lightning fast. I mean, geez, freaking Foxy over here is a smarty pants. Because he can actually still see through the mask. So even if you put the mask on when Foxy's there, he's going to get you. There's no dodging. Oh yeah, and there's no dodging with Golden Freddy too. If he appears on the ground right there, he'll disappear and then a big head will just come flying right at you. Yeah, there's no avoiding that either, man. You're screwed. Right here, as you can see in this camera, this is where the marionette lies. It's like a puppet. It's not really an animatronic, but it's like a side character. It's more of a puppet. But in this room, you'll hear Jack in the Box music. And there's this little thing right here where you have to wind the Jack in the Box, and you have to hold it there as well. So that's another responsibility you gotta do. While there are 3 paths open, no doors at all, then you gotta keep an eye on for Foxy in there, or Mangle, and you'll have to blink the flashlight at them and make them go away. Yeah, you got a lot of responsibility to do, man. Oh, and what happens if you don't keep the Jack in the Box rewind? Well, as you can see right there, the puppet comes out and goes after you. Even with the mask on, so he will still jump scare you. You simply cannot avoid this either, just like Golden Freddy. And out of all these animatronics, there are pretty much only 10 that can jump scare and kill you and all that good stuff. But out of all the custom nights, FNAF 2 also lies as the hardest. Because on FNAF 1, you only have 4 characters to deal with, and you can take them up to level 20. You can do that with all the other games as well. However, though, you got 10 on here. So instead of calling it 2020 mode, just like on how the first one, or 420, in FNAF 2, they call it 1020 mode, which is even harder than the Night 8 on FNAF 4. So yeah, you have a lot more responsibilities to do in FNAF 4. No doors at all whatsoever, and 1020 mode is very, very hard. And when I used to have this game, it took me a couple of weeks to finally beat it. I just wish I had my YouTube channel back then. Well, actually I did, but I completely forgot about it. And then I remembered it 1 year later. So anyway, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video of me ranking FNAF games from easiest to hardest. So from easiest to hardest, it would be FNAF 3, 1, 4, and 2. So there you go. Anyway, guys, as I said a lot, consider subscribing and help me out, please. And I will see you all in the next video. GR Productions now signing out.